UCSD was founded in 1960 and is the 7th oldest UC of the 10 UC campuses. It began with only Revelle College and the Scripps Institution of Oceanography. The rapid increase in enrollment during this early university years prompted major campus expansion. This led to the establishment of Muir, Warren, and Marshall College during the late 1960s through 1980 due to the increase of student population. After another few years, Eleanor Roosevelt College was established, and then in 2002, Sixth College came about. From the beginning, UCSD was designed to grow. As with any successful public school institution, UCSD has grown substantially since it was first established, showing a 33% increase in enrollment within the past decade. It is now 2017, and UCSD has over 30,000 students enrolled. More students being admitted means there are more opportunities for higher education, but how does this increase in enrollment impact the social sphere within UCSD? To get a clue of this answer, we have to first look to the 2008 financial crisis. The 2008 financial crisis struck and forced the entire UC system and other public and private universities to cut their budget by 20%. This resulted in a UC-wide increase in student enrollment in order to sustain campus and make up for the budget cuts. Increasing student enrollment not only eased the financial burdens of UCSD, but also had other consequences. UCSD has reported increased diversity and a stronger presence of student involvement. In addition, more majors and course offerings are being made, such as public health and international business courses. The university has also invested in new facilities to accommodate its growth needs, such as building the Village in 2009 and planning for a new 7th college for more students. There have also been additions such as the Lady School of Management and the currently being built Physical and Biological Science Building, which both add on additional classrooms, offices, and research facilities for students and staff. Despite these benefits, the impacts of increased enrollment go beyond what has been expected. For instance, the amount of new faculty and staff has not matched the growth rate of students. In addition, current and prospective students have had to bear the financial burden of sustaining campus changes. In order to attenuate the budget cuts, UCSD admittance patterns have also changed drastically. International and out-of-state students have elevated tuitions approximately threefold that of in-state. Prior to the 2008 financial crisis, UCSD had 5% out-of-state and 3% international students. 10 years later, in 2016, out-of-state and international admittance has jumped to 7% and 22% respectively. This has also hindered the ability of the UC institutions to affordably educate California residents. This has changed the social dynamics throughout campus.
Does the rising number of undergraduate acceptances affect SBS in any way?
Yes, our office mainly services our students, and so if there are more students on campus, that means there's more accounts for us to manage, more questions that students might have regarding their billing statements, and then more payments for us to collect. And because our office is already small to begin with, we don't really have the resources to add more staff to account for the growth of students. And so ultimately that's going to affect the customer service that we provide to students. We won't be able to respond to them faster. And also it will impact or affect UCSD's reputation in terms of our administrative processes and ultimately the students' experience on campus.
How would you describe the course offerings or class availability at UCSD?
I think the course offerings are kind of limited, so it's really difficult to get the classes that you need. I was a transfer student, so I needed to take a couple extra classes that didn't transfer over. Therefore, I had to take an extra quarter after walking and graduation. So it's this fall quarter, and I would have taken OChem lab this quarter, except it wasn't offered. So I had to take it over summer, or else I wouldn't have been able to graduate. I'm currently in a French class, a level above what I placed into in the placement test, because the one that I placed into isn't currently offered. So it's kind of difficult to get like the classes that you really should be in when there's not enough offered or enough professors to teach them, or I guess enough students that want to to take it.
In January 2017, UC Regents approved a 2.5% increase in tuition. This is seen as a band-aid for the increasing amounts of budget cuts, which began in 2008 and is only escalating. Beyond the financial cuts, UCSD faces campus-wide issues such as overcrowded buses and shuttles, making it difficult to get to and from campus at particular times. The number of impacted majors has also increased, and finding housing has been more difficult. The housing contracts have been reduced to 2 years guaranteed as opposed to 4 years guaranteed in the 2013 graduating classes, and UCSD has begun offering to pay students to move off campus. Off-campus housing is also becoming more expensive and harder to find nearby. Transportation has also been more difficult as bus lines and shuttles are crowded and full. Furthermore, parking is extremely limited.
As a UCSD employee, have you experienced any inconveniences due to over-enrollment?
Yes. I mean, for the main thing is like traffic or parking. I'm fortunate enough that I have an A permit, so it's not as difficult for me to find parking, but I know other employees who don't have A permits, or when I didn't have an A permit, it was difficult. I noticed most employees would have like an alternate work schedule so they can come in early just to try to get a parking space.
Although there are certainly many positives and negatives to the growing number of student acceptances, there is no way to decipher which one has the greatest influence. As with any meaningful issue, we can only give you the facts. Only time will tell how increasing enrollment will further impact campus life.